And we are back. Pokemon Y Hardcore Nuzlocke. The run continues here. We are making our way to the 7th gym, and our first encounter for Route 15 is going to be the Liepard. We use Leech Seed, we put it asleep with Sleep Powder, and the Ultra Ball comes down and secures yet another first encounter. Next first encounter is going to be found at the Lost Hotel here. Was really hoping for a Rotom, as that can be completely game changing, but we get the Litwick here, which is also ridiculous if you can make it to the Chandelure with that Ghost Fire typing. So we got the Venusaur out here again with the Sleep Powder Leech Seed combo. Really good for catching Pokemon, and I'm very excited about this. And yeah, Litwick did not care at all. It used Memento, it lowered all of Venusaur's stats, and just pieced out. It was done. It didn't want to be on the team, so we're going to have to take that L and just keep moving forward. For our Frost Cavern encounter, it is going to be the Piloswine with the Ice Ground typing, and doesn't give us too much trouble. Hops in the Ultra Ball, and we will be on our way. Making our way through Frost Cavern here, and I was trying to dodge some of these trainers as they have killed me in past runs, and unfortunately I ran straight into this double battle. And if you look at the levels on this, I was not prepared. We are so underleveled, and they have a Hariyama and a Grumpig, which cover each other's weaknesses really well. On top of that, I have Lapras and Lucario out front, which can get hit for super effective both by the Hariyama with his stab fighting type moves, and Grumpig can really assist with that double down status or damage. So a very tough spot to be put in, and I just wanted to highlight this battle and see if we could make it out without losing anybody. So unfortunately, I do have multiple Pokemon weak to Psychic, and Fighting is just really good coverage. Nishinoya, not Litleo, Pyroar is weak to fighting as well with the normal typing, so that doesn't help, but we do get a great swap into a Power Gem, and then a great swap into the Wake Up Slap, both Venusaur and Throw taking not very effective damage there. And now I'm just really hoping the Venusaur can clutch with some Sleep Powders, get these guys to sleep while I can double down onto the enemy side here. So Sleep Powder onto the Grumpig stops it from hitting any super effective Psychic-type moves, and then we get a nice payback onto the Pig. Throw eats a Wake Up Slap, really good damage from the higher leveled Hariyama. Black Sludge healing Oyakawa with the Venusaur really well here. And now I'm trying to finish the Grumpig while putting the Hariyama to sleep so they can't threaten with a critical hit. Unfortunately, Grumpig wakes up and gets a massive Psyshock onto the Venusaur, potentially dying if that did critical hit, but thankfully the big Veenie holds on, and Safeguard is not needed here. So Hariyama still sleeping, can hopefully take care of the big boy until he wakes up, or before he wakes up, I should say. And the Venusaur pulling out the big guns with the Petal Dance here, and let's see if Tanaka can back up with a probably fighting type move here, potentially a Bulldoze, and we opt into the Revenge, which is a little bit risky because Hariyama has the chance of waking up first, so don't know what was going on there, but it was enough damage to finish the Hariyama. We didn't lose anybody. A pretty ridiculous double battle right here in the middle of Frost Cavern. Let's keep going. And for our Route 17 encounter in the snowy mountainside on top of the Mamoswine, we find the Delibird, and yep, Ice Flying typing. It's not Articuno, it's just a little Santa bird. So we're going to chuck the Ultra Ball, or the Quick Ball rather, secure this encounter, and put him in the box. All right, it is almost time for the 7th gym, and Serena comes out of nowhere. This is the 3rd or 4th fight against her, and let's see if we can beat her without losing anybody. So Daichi the Lucario comes down to face off against her Meowstic, and the Steadfast pops for an extra speed boost. You'll love to see it. We're going to get the Swords Dance down, +2 attack right off the bat. Disarming Voice comes down for some neutral chip damage, and a little bit of greed in my heart for the Lucario second Swords Dance. We get punished with a special defense drop, and you would hope, you would believe that doesn't come back to bite me, and I guess we're going to find out. So the Flareon comes down. We are +4 attack, +1 speed. You know you've got to go in. You can't swap out at that point. So you go all in on the Poison Jab. Quick attack against a Steel typing does not a lot of damage, and Poison Jab deletes Flareon out of this game. Daichi gets a crucial level up, could potentially help against Serena here. Gray Ninja comes down the level 46 face off here, and he is faster in spite of the speed boost. Gets 3 water shuriken, gets 4, and thank goodness Daichi survives. Gets off a huge power up punch, now operating on a +5 +1 clip and just barely breathing. And now, do you opt in for a power up punch, or do you swap out and risk the pursuit? And whatever you do, you didn't do anything good because you lost Lucario. Unbelievable. Rewatching this, it is that second Swords Dance was the most greedy thing I have ever seen, and I got so punished for it. It's so unfortunate. So we lose Lucario. Out of all of the Pokemon, Lucario could have done so much work in the Elite Four. On top of that, could have easily swept this Psychic-type gym. So really unfortunate stuff, and that cost me at least another 30 minutes of grinding, but that is what I deserve for getting so greedy. Absolutely ridiculous, but let's rebound from that. Literally every other episode, let's rebound, let's clean this up. But let's get in there, let's take on this 7th gym leader, and let's turn this ship around. Let's do it. As far as cleaning out the 7th gym goes, there was only one trainer that gave me any sort of issue, and for some reason, I thought it was a good idea to swap an Ice type into a Fighting type Medicham, and I literally was 2 HP from losing my favorite Pokemon. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm just so proud of the Lapras for holding on from that. That is absolutely ridiculous. But we swap into the Venusaur, we eat another high jump kick. We're going to get the Sleep Powder down. I do believe we're going to get Elite Seed combination going. We're not going to catch this Medicham. We're just going to put it down. So got to watch out for that. Again, I think this team has a lot of fighting type weaknesses. And if you're fighting Psychic, that is a lot of coverage. So very unfortunate stuff here. But thankfully, Venusaur walls off the Medicham. I don't think it has a Psychic type move, because if it did, I think it would have used it right there. So it actually goes in for an Acupressure, trying to buff its stats here. It gets another Acupressure off, but it just doesn't really do much. Venusaur is just staring it down. The Elite Seed finishes off, and we live to fight another day. Let's go take on that gym leader and try not to lose anyone else. All right, we have made it to the 7th gym leader at long last here. 3 Psychic-type Pokemon. I have swapped out my Fallen Lucario for the Liepard, and I am going all in on this sweep. And yeah, I think that's it. Let's avenge the Lucario and let's get this ball rolling. We're getting really close to the Elite Four, and I really need to clean up these fights because if you run out of options before the Elite Four, it's going to be really tough when it comes time to pick that final 6 Pokemon to take. So right here, right now, let's get this Liepard out there and let's completely destroy Olympia. No hard feelings, it just needs to happen. And especially that next Serena fight, I really got to prepare better for. So here we go. Sigilyph comes down, and we have a 1v1 with the Liepard and Sigilyph. So we're going to go ahead and use the Fake Out. I went and gave Liepard the Metronome that I have been using on the Pyroar. And for that reason, I'm just going to keep using Night Slash, and it's going to have a high crit chance on top of Stab, as well as each time I use it, it's going to increase by, I believe, 10% in damage. So let's see if this strategy can work out. If not, we can swap around and see and just go from there. So Night Slash, here we go. Are we faster? We should be. Beautiful stuff. Night Slash does connect, and it isn't enough to one-shot, and Sigilyph gets the Reflect Up. So that's not great. It's really going to hamper the damage of the continued Night Slashes. Now, if I didn't have the Metronome item here, I would actually go for Hone Claws, but because we have Metronome, each time we use Night Slash, it's going to increase the damage. So it's essentially going to do what Hone Claws is doing, basically. So I think we just lean into the Night Slash and then increase our chance of getting a crit as well. Because every time you use Night Slash, it has a high crit chance. So I think we just go all in And the more Night Slashes we get off, the more damage we're going to do in the long run. So this really needs to not do a lot. Oh god. That did a lot of damage. And another Hyper Potion comes down. So that Reflect is proving to be everything right now. And I really need Hitoka to hit this critical hit. And it does. That was a critical. Oh my gosh. What a timely critical fadeaway. Beautiful stuff there. And that might open the door depending on the Reflect. So Slowking does have Power Gem. Psychic cannot hit, but Power Gem will. And I mean, we can go all in on the crit. We can go all in on the crit. We can swap around if need be. Venusaur is going to fall prey to both Psychic types, unfortunately. Lapras can hit super effective with Thunderbolt, but if it cheeses me and goes for Calm Mind, that could really hamper us because all I have is special attack options. I'm going all in. This is super risky. I know what I just said about avenging Lucario, but I believe in the Liepard. I believe in the Liepard. Come on, baby girl. Get this Night Slash down. It doesn't kill, and if this uses Power Gem, it does not. It gets the Yawn. So it gets the Yawn. So we actually might be able to cheese this. Let's go ahead and finish the Slowking. Let's eat the Yawn. Let's fall asleep here. We saved the Liepard's life. And now we are asleep, and I think Meowstic is going to go for Fake Out. Just for that ensured damage. I could be wrong, but it's not going for Psychic. But it could also go for Calm Mind or Shadow Ball. So most likely it sees the kill and is going to go for either Fake Out or Shadow Ball. Now, if it goes for Shadow Ball and I swap into Pyroar, that could be so nice. But then a Stab Psychic's going to do a ton of damage. Could also swap. No, Throw can't do anything against that Psychic, I don't think. Could use a double down Payback, though. But Shadow Ball can also hit and drop special defense. So interesting moment here. Lapras is also really good with that high special defense. Let me look at some stats real quick before I lock in. Really good, but not the greatest special defense. When you're swapping in, you do want something that can tank a little bit of something. And I do think Lapras is the best play here. Please go for Fake Out. If it goes for Shadow Ball, I really should have pivoted into Pyro for that free swap. And it goes for the Fake Out. So that's actually pretty decent. No problem. Lapras eats that. And now, so if it goes for Calm Mind, we want to lean into the Body Slam for the physical damage over the special. But if it doesn't, we actually want to use our special stabs. So I'm going to go all in on the Ice Beam for extra damage, and it goes for the Calm Mind. Really unfortunate. I should have went for the Body Slam and then potentially get a Paralysis as well. So now with the Calm Mind, I think Ice Beam is probably doing about the same as Body Slam. So unless we get a ridiculous freeze here, that was the wrong play. Okay, we're going to lean all into Body Slam, and it goes for a Calm Mind, Stab Psychic. This is actually going to do quite a bit, even though Lapras's special defense is really good. She drops back with the Body Slam. Pretty good damage. We're going to go one more, hopefully get a Paralysis, and it's leaning all in on the Psychic. Oh, goodness gracious. Really flirting with crits there for the Lapras. Gets a little Oranberry and Body Slam. Just get the Paralysis. That's all I'm asking. I think this is the third Body Slam, and it doesn't. Oh, goodness. Dang it, Liepard is asleep. We could cheese a Psychic swap into Fake Out. So someone is going to have to eat a Psychic. Someone's going to have to eat a Psychic, and special defense isn't as good, but it's actually not bad. We might go for the Derpy Fish here, who can take a neutral. It is Calm Mind buffed, so we might have to flirt with a critical on the second one. But, you know, I just keep getting into these situations, and we're just going to have to meet Meowstic where they are, and no crit here, no crit. Okay, we might actually be out of crit since it's only 1.5 in this generation. So I do believe we go Stab Thunderbolt and win this game. We could also do super effective Payback. We'll do super effective payback. Let's go for it all. Psychic comes down, no critical. If it does, Asahi, you hold on in the red, sir. You absolutely hold on. Get a fadeaway or Berry. And I do believe we beat Olympia. That wasn't pretty. That wasn't fantastic, but it is a win, and we will take it. Meowstic proving to be an absolute problem this run. I have never been able to use one, but man, these trainers are really flexing with it. Got to watch out for that. So made it through this episode, this whole series. I've been all over the place, but we have one more gym, and then we have Victory Road on top of the Elite Four. So we are really nearing the end here. Let's just pull this all together. Let's try our best, and let's just keep moving forward. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you on the flip. Peace.